Ads are over, so I could talk now. What's up, guys? And also, StreamerBot, the thing I use to do a lot of my automation, it has a multi-chat feature, so I could read multi-chat, and it has broken, so I think I have to make my own multi-chat reader, which I can very easily. In fact, I will, by just accessing the link, because it's a website that I host. I just realized that also involves me fixing that one YouTube error we get from time to time, so maybe I don't do that. What's happening is YouTube. I don't know why, but my broadcast keeps getting updated, uh, and it like glitches my chat up and down. So oh, it's still like deleting chat message. What the heck? New streamer bot kind of funky. You're chilling. It works out because I just ran ads, so no one has ads. Oh wait, you like ads though? Shoot, my bad. When you said happy happy happy, I thought you meant the like happy 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 song, but like there's no way I'm playing that. So just resorted to happy music, lamp esque music. My sister went out to go buy a twist drill bit for a repair that I need to make in her room, and I give her a size, and she sends me pictures of every other size of drill bit that the store has, except for the one. Um, oh shoot, I should probably have told her not to get the ones that are like titanium tipped, because we're just drilling into drywall. You could go crazy with a hammer and drill into drywall. Her shelf broke because her apartment complex, they had a drywall like a plastic drywall hook or whatever they're called. Let me get the actual name of that because I keep forgetting the name of those, even as I bought them. Drywall anchors, and they like drilled through it with a wood screw, which of course weakened it and made it so it slipped through the wall. Uh, and then I tried putting one in, but I used a slightly too big twist drill for a pre-drill. All this to say, always use the right tool for the job. How are your days going, Bear Mug and Jims78? Good. Good to hear. Amazing work with the Sonic animation. I saw you with your drawing like a day or two ago when you posted one of the Sonic drawings. I was like, oh, she's cooking. Feel like I'm in trouble. Not the full names. Sorry. I'll resort to calling you chat member. Thunka, I was up for so long. That's all you worked. Oh, yes, I remember you mentioning that you got very little sleep. Well, I hope you can sleep. You got better sleep, and you can sleep well now, knowing that you had like a actual, like professional grade Sonic animation. Anyways, hello everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I am sorry for yelling into the mic, but I am not sorry for switching the scenes, setting the timer, which I didn't set, and then starting it because it's warm up time. Yeah, good day today. Mundane, very mundane. I won't nap this time, so tonight I'm gonna sleep good. Heck yeah. I just turned my head too hard and my neck hurts. Like my brain stem hurts. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like you turn your neck too hard and you feel like pain shoot up into your brain? I think it was because I was like positioned weird when I was drawing earlier. Would have drawn more today if my sister didn't break her stupid freaking shelf. Whiplash, yeah. Making tea and spent the day designing and modeling your genre signs. What are genres? Oh, for your bookshelf. Yes. Correct? Question mark. And yes, tea is a very important question. Do you do like tea bags, loose leaf, cold brew? Man, I'm telling you, I saw a really cool loose leaf to cup, like honey chamomile. Are you sick? Or you just want to chill out? Tea bags. I want to get loose leaf. It's so hard to find loose leaf, unless you want to like order it and it's expensive. The best loose leaf, I can't remember the brand because I got it from like a market. Um, it was the jasmine green tea loose leaf, and it was the best tea I've ever made for myself. Nope, just my favorite flavor. Huge. I had chamomile too much when I was sick, or I was a very anxiety riddled child, and so like my parents would always be like, "Hey, drink chamomile, chill out," uh, and so I soon associated it with stress. And then I had a lot of stomach issues, so then I had a bunch of mint tea. Now I associate mint tea with being physically ill. Tastes like dessert with a dash of creamer. Ooh. Yeah, the honey will do that. But yeah, I saw this cup where you can put loose leaf in one end, pour it, like pour your hot water, and then it'll like sit there and brew, and you tip the cup over, and it'll put the tea in the other part for you to drink. I think Hampton from, is that his name? I don't know why I always call him Hampton. The dude from Hypercalcinics, he reviewed it because he's a big tea guy. But he reviewed it, and I wanted it to be like, if his review of it was good, I would have bought it. But he was like, eh. I was like, oh. Like, I love little trinkets that I'm never gonna use because I'd never buy a loose leaf. And especially nowadays, where I have to be very careful with how caffeinated the content I drink, content of the drinks that I drink are. Masushi Takanaka? Ginger root. Okay. Loretta. Oh, Loretta. That song. My mom may kill me if I buy more things. I feel that, especially with moving into college right now. I'm trying to minimize the impact, but I also did just buy a plastic stool for $8 today so I can rest my feet while I'm at my desk. Loretta. Sorry, I butchered that, but it's the song. This is the best I could do, Bear, to capitalize on your happy, happy, happy type beat. I'm happy. Heck yeah. You just bought the Kaiju number 8. Should I watch this? I am taking a hiatus from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Lots of stuttering, jeez. Maybe I have more whiplash than I thought. Should I watch Kaiju number 8? I like the character design a lot. You're on an anime roll. I watch an episode per day, but I got really lazy and bingy, so I was watching like 3 during the summer. Yes, watch. I'll watch it on Discord with you if you want to. I love it. I'll take that as a yes. Okay, I'll start watching that. I'll watch an episode. I've been on a Germa binge. I like the main character. My favorite Unk anime character. Okay, huge. You know, I don't know why, but like Germa and Vinny have been my comfort streamers, non-parasocially, as of recent. Mainly, just a lot of stress moving back into college and stuff, and so I feel like, oh, what? My chat wasn't auto-scrolling. So like having a consistent streamer to be like, just like, oh yeah, I like Vinny streams. I'll toss one on while I cook my breakfast. Man, I've been buying my tortillas. Why am I stuttering so much? My tortillas from a newer place, and oh my gosh, the best tortillas I've ever had. False, but pretty good tortillas. Sorry, I'm lying. I'm lying straight to you guys. Tortillas? You're having a midlife crisis? I didn't know you were that old. What's up, Cat? I mean, you kind of already answered that question. You are having a midlife crisis. Tortillas. But like those tortillas are so good. I usually stray away from making breakfast tacos during school days or stuff because it's a bit more work than just making an omelet or eating yogurt for breakfast. But those tortillas make it worth it. I thought this music was an ad. I can't believe you would reduce Loretta to being ad music. Monkey just said I've had nightmares like this to the gravel popping off his beak. It was inspired by a meme I've seen like a long time ago of like someone taking a toucan's beak and going, and it's just like a human face under it. That was what inspired that little doodle. And of course, Bear saying he has a beak now. Groovy music. Why does... You lost your tea? What? Don't tell me. Did you spill it? Or did you just lose like the tea box? I'm so sorry for either option. Go find it, found it, boom. There you go. I would have tea. It's just so darn hot outside. I've been having a cold black tea in the morning, half a cup, and I sip on it, and it's very good. And I think that's the perfect amount of tea is half a cup of, like I said, like I'm going crazy. I don't know what's going on. And what? Maybe it's a stress migraine from how awful the multi-chat feature on StreamerBot is right now. It's so broken. It's half because of the filter feature, because my YouTube broadcast is getting updated every other second. Broadcast completed. What are you Day 443? Am I streaming on YouTube? I'm streaming on YouTube. Don't lie to me. Sorry. I wasn't yelling at you guys. I apologize. That was a lot of energy. You walked around the house. I feel that. Dude, this is actually like enraging me for no reason, and I'm gonna switch it right now, actually, because I'm getting so distracted. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No. There we go. Okay. I made a temporary multi-chat. It hurts to look at because it's white. But here, wait. I'll edit the CSS real quick so I can make the background. There we go. Okay, I edited the CSS of my own multi-chat to be black so now I can see everyone's chat easier. We just have to hope that no one talks on YouTube. Which is kind of the ow, just ow, hit my foot on my table. Okay, enough craziness. Back to it. My apologies. That was a lot. I apologize once again. I went to my apartment's gym. You're lucky. I'm too lazy to go into YouTube chat. I went to my apartment's new gym today, or not new gym. It was so dirty. Like the floors weren't clean. There was weights and stuff everywhere. I went to the outside section and there was leaves and like debris and trash in the free weight slash whatever section. The actual free weight section was allocated per bench, so you had to occupy a bench to use free weights. Basically, there was no room for like doing your own stuff, like stretching or anything. There were no mats for you to lay out. So I think I'm gonna just bike the extra 10 minutes a day to my favorite gym. Oh, yikes. Yeah. And I get it, right? You're an apartment complex, so you don't have. How does a gym not have mats? Exactly. I couldn't find one at least. It was kind of labyrinthian. It was weird. Um, and like I get it, you're an apartment complex, not a gym, so you're not gonna have like all the amenities nor the staff to maintain it. But like that was really, really bad, especially for like 8 a.m. There's Jims. What's up, Jims? Oh wait, I could just I'll keep my console open so I can watch when the error occurs if it happens. I think it's when people spam emojis on the YouTube end it breaks. Because I have some anti cross-site scripting stuff that's making it bug out, maybe. My mic is in the way. I can't see where to put this line. It's like perfectly in the way. You guys are gonna get that song stuck in my head. I wasn't too lazy to. No, sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine. In fact, it's actually a good thing if you can figure out how to break my YouTube combo chat, because then I'll just patch it tonight. Because I've been falling asleep at like 9:30, which is ridiculous, but also a good thing. The 3 milligram melatonin is like a perfect amount for me to readjust my sleep schedule. You've been going to bed. Hey, as long as you're being actually, I'm not sure if there's like science saying. I know like that hurts your circadian rhythm because daylight. You know, you want to be in sync with daylight. I think, but as long as you're being consistent and getting a healthy amount of sleep every night, power to you. What? Bear, did you type that? Did you purposely type that? You're gonna be messing me up. That broke my brain. That I really thought my multi-chat was like bugging out right there. I was so worried. Everything's breaking today. I was convinced. Jeez. This is gonna be a weird take. Weird take. Also, reminder, I talked about this in Discord. My favorite ever water bottle, I dropped it and dented it to this morning. And I'm so upset and it wobbles. It still stays upright, but it wobbles. Oh god. Also, something I don't go to the store too often when I'm at home, and when I do, it's usually at odd hours when people aren't usually there. I went to the store when it was occupied today, and weird take, I forgot that just like people generally smell bad. Voice crack. And so like just walking around the supermarket while there's a lot of people there, I was like, ooh. This is probably why I wouldn't fare well at a like a convention or something. Or maybe like a convention where like cosplaying is involved. where people are wearing lots of stuff. I feel like sort of like Comic-Con, even though I want to. The shade. I'll say it. I'll tell people they smell bad. Never go to Costco at 1 p.m. on Saturday. It's a war zone. I've heard. I've never been to the subscription based supermarket places, but I can imagine, especially one like Costco, where there's a bit of a cult following in terms of deals and stuff. Have you ever been to a class that's had one smelly person? Yes, and that was Bear Mug. But no, yeah. Ugh. Caught. Convinced my parents had to buy one. They put me on the card. I mean, I've heard you get really good deals, and like these are from people who will like calculate the cents on the dollar. And I mean, I do it too. I will literally go to the store and like see granola and like calculate per net ounce how much money I'm getting for like protein granola versus like on brand protein granola versus normal granola. And like if that's worth it, which it isn't, just buy normal granola. Hell, buy normal granola and then mix protein powder into it. You won't taste it unless you have like weird flavor stuff. I want to figure out how to mount a monitor on the wall right in front of me so I have like a reference slash chat monitor. But I think that's beyond my means because I don't want to drill into stuff. You're 100% going to hell? Probably. Why so? Why do you say no? So now? Man, the stuttering is just hurting all of it. Don't click the spoiler on Discord. Will I go to hell if I click it? I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it's a silly shit, but I don't think it's like the end of the world. The wild statement here, thinking someone's Kavel was going to hell. I was looking at my monitor. Kavel, you're going to hell. Okay, my bad. My ellipses are not here today. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I started wobbling here because I came up with a joke of that spoiled picture, and I started laughing, but I can't say it on stream. Why am I always walking to the worst moment? What's up? Welcome, welcome. It's been a minute. Good to see you. My ellipses are so off. I want to do more ellipses. You can't stop me. Delano can't ban me. I think he can. Me too. Getting jiggy with it. We're gonna act like the voice crack didn't happen, okay? I don't know why it's so bad today. I'm like headache, stuttering, voice crack. It's not a good look. I think I need to do like the tuber voice for the rest of the stream just to stay with it. I was listening to Low Roar when it was raining earlier today. And it put me in like a not a bad headspace, but a very like something's in the way, like that, just that kind of mood. So I'm glad we picked this music tonight. It was a nice little tone shift. And plus, I was drawing and I was listening to Internet Historian while drawing, so and some 41, which love it. We're not spinning today. Today's not Friday. I was about to freak out. I'm debating on spinning tomorrow. We'll see. You got something to work? What's working? Yeah. Okay, cool. So you guys know the drill. 2 minutes VADs. It's into picking a little bit. Okay, huge. You like 2 of your drawings? I don't think that should be your qualifier. Because liking is subjective. But I am glad that you liked your drawings today. For sure. So, yep, 2 minutes of ads, everybody. And then we're going to get into our 233rd cylinder, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure who's here because sometimes you guys don't get abducted by ads. But I inhaled that water. That was like dangerous. And I didn't even choke. Wait. Oh no. Well, I don't know why I'm talking. I think everyone got ads, which means they didn't hear the horrible things I said. Mountain Dew did, if Mountain Dew's still in the YouTube chat. Thank you for surviving the water. That was perfect timing. Oh my god, and another voice crack. I don't... Maybe it's the water. How's your day going so far, Mountain Dew? Almost finished with the ads. Yippee! Welcome back. Pretty good. I got some ice cream. It's been a bit. It has been a bit, or maybe if you're meaning like since you've had ice cream. Well, huge. What kind of ice cream did you get? While we wait for them to take another sip of water. I'm not gonna take an Advil. I don't think so. Even though I have a headache, I'm hoping just water will fix it. And then cylinders. I also meant streaming the stream. Gotcha. And the rainbow kind. Ooh, okay. Heck yeah. I had some cookies and cream yesterday and it was really good. They didn't have chocolate. I wanted chocolate. My favorite ice cream is cookies and cream. I was like, I'm gonna have some chocolate. They didn't have any. Which was like really, or they had like some chocolate with like nuts and stuff in it, which cool. Not what I wanted though. Anyways, cool. Other than complaining about ice cream. Yes, you should. I think everyone treat yourself. Have some ice cream tonight. And try to do something a little different. You'll get watermelon. Oh, okay, that's even better, in my opinion. I'm HO. Let's get started. I want like a watermelon treat. Like, can you do anything special with watermelon? Oh my gosh. I one time had, where was it? Was it in Italy? It was like, I think in Florence, there's this little stand where they juiced it in front of you, and I've never had like watermelon juice before. But it was so freaking good. It was like the most refreshing thing I've had in my entire life. Factory reset. And I know what place doesn't have chocolate. Stupid. Man, because of the lighting, it feels like there's like a bokeh or a bokeh, whatever it's called, bokeh, or like a vignette. I don't know. Anyways. Cylinder. I barely know her. Let's do medium degree. Very much. Slightly turn to the left. Cinnamon works in. Ooh, here. Yo, whoa. Did you make it as in like an SVG editor, like Inkscape, and then just project and extrude it? Heck yeah. Very cool stuff. Your 3D printer is gonna have a lot of fun with those roses. Made it in Canva, the star did myself. Heck yeah. Great job. I can't wait to see how the others turned out. Imagining. Should we do a stubby one? Let's do a stubby one. Big stubby one right here. Yeah. Everybody, do not forget to do your dishes today. If you have any in the sink, go wash them. If you have a full dishwasher, start it. And if you have a clean dishwasher, put your dishes away. Tomorrow, your task will be to take all the cups out of your room. Just mentally prepare yourselves for that. I'm bedridden. Then conscript your family members to do it. How dare you, /J. Hey, I didn't command you guys to clean out your water bottles again, okay? I'm not that evil. Next week, I'll command you guys to dust your room at some point, if you are able, of course. So go buy. They have a $5 dusting kit at Walmart with 8 refills. This is very, very turned to the left. I should get my clean clothes actually. If you're able, heck yeah. It doesn't feel like Friday's tomorrow. And I'm still not sure if I'm spinning the wheel because I don't want to spin it because I'm nervous to draw things I'm not comfortable with because that's the purpose. But at the same time, if I have like something that I'm like, I would rather draw this, then that's what I'm going to do. But I don't. So I think we do spin the wheel. I can't. I think I ate a piece of dust last night. We keep drilling. Ooh. Oh, that must have been a terrible wake-up call. Or wake-up calls. They're just like, oh, terrible way to wake up. Kept me up for hours. I'm so sorry. True. Please do not die. Thank you for asking so kindly. She will consider it. That was the Kavel's favorite game of Is It Square? I don't have any control over that. True. You could easily like open your mouth in your sleep or just breathe. And bam. You're hacking up a lung. Okay. I'm probably going to come back to this and clip this if I ever make a 250 cylinder video. But whenever I am making this square and I can't figure out what to do, why is it not square? I slow myself down. I ask myself the question, which side is too long? And so I will ponder this. I will look at it, and sometimes I'll derive an answer. And this one's weird because I'm having trouble finding that answer. I think this line is too long. Cool. So now we have the option of either making this line shorter or making this line longer. And since I'm comfortable with a smaller degree, making something longer by foreshortening it or moving a VP closer, which will decrease the existing surface area of this top part of the box, I'm okay with that lower degree, right? So in order to make this one longer, we will need to move this VP on this axis closer, so instead of being here, this dot will move closer on this line. To about right there. And that feels more square. Is it actually more square? Who knows? I need to start making frozen snacks for myself or something. Like something that's sweet, like frozen fruits. Because last night I pulled a 10-year-old move and I read manga on my phone while eating apples in bed, which was probably the highlight of my week, I'm not going to lie. Frozen mandarins, I've never tried that. The only frozen things I've had are frozen grapes. And then I think there's another fruit sometime in there. Frozen mandarins. I will do that. I will do that and report. I read on my phone all the time. Grapes are good too. I used to make frozen grapes all the time, and they're so hit or miss, but I read on my phone all the time. I've recently set up my phone to be like really efficient at reading manga. Also, everybody, Saf has. I may talk about it in the Discord because I'm not sure if I should talk about these memes on stream. Saf has a new video, everybody, where he reviews his time doing. Did I say reveals or reviews? His time doing still lifes and his lessons learned. I've only gotten about 5 minutes in the video, and then I got distracted. My bad. But it's pretty good so far. Go support Saf. You watched it all? Heck yeah. I think he also wanted a critique for the video, so I may do a little bit of critique for the video there, but I think he did a great job and showed a lot of improvement through seeing his work in the Discord. Who's Saf? Saf is another person in the Drawbox community who has joined our server. He is a pretty skilled artist, I'd say. He's been drawing for a lot longer than I, and he has a YouTube channel, Twitch, and other social media handles. He trying to fit like just drinks art stuff. Like that's the best way I can describe him. He just loves art. He goes out of his way at every opportunity to learn it, and he's shown great improvement. He helped me a lot in lesson 5 of Drawbox. And maybe later this stream, if I remember, I will put his link tree in chat so you guys can go support him on various platforms. If he has a link tree, I think he does, last I remember. Inspiring with how consistent he is with actual studies, yeah. Like, this dude loves art. There's no denying that. He's pretty darn good at it, too. I wanted to say he goes like the manga / anime route, but I actually don't know that for a fact. Has he drawn things kind of like in that realm-ish? Yes, but I'm not sure if that's his penultimate goal. Is that the right word? Hey Siri, what's the definition of penultimate? To make sure I'm not just saying things. Last one in a series of things. So, no, just big goal. It's a goal of his. I'm not sure if that's his final goal. I've been trying to make a habit of Googling the true definitions of words I use regularly. Because, like, I have in here I'm going to use a word that I've had to Google, vapid, idea of some, like, bigger words that I use. But I need to be better at being like, yes, this is what it actually means. Goals are cringe. And me too. You're cringe? No, I get it. Yeah, no. I think, I don't know. Because, like, I set a goal of having, I talked about this last term, I set a goal of having a 4.0 in college, and, like, I changed as a person, and now I'm stuck with this goal, because, like, I don't want to undermine all of the work I've put towards it. Goals, like, are cool when we're, like, trying to hold ourselves accountable, but, like, there's so many underlying factors, and just letting yourself be a bit amorphous, which I don't think is a word. I Googled that one another day. Just like not being hyper specific lets you be free range. And some, like I say, you change. So yeah, I would agree in the sense that like I really appreciate the accountability that something like a gold provides, but we shouldn't restrict ourselves in that sense. Because people change, circumstances change, um, all that stuff. Your water is frozen. You know, my goodness. It's mostly just a thing, just me thing though. Actually, putting in effort to do something habitually has helped me way better. Huge. Yeah, I feel like I haven't had a big like I've just had generalized quote unquote goals of art, like uh, be able to express myself with the things I create. That's like the biggest goal I think I've set over the years, the 2 years I've been drawing. Um, I don't like, and I would like to make comics, but they're not like set in stone. And just keeping it general allows me to be a bit more free and like to not feel as if I failed myself if things change. And plus, like, I don't know why this is superstitious, but when I've outwardly said I have a goal of doing things, they become a lot less certain. That's a good way to think about it. Heck yeah. Like when I shout at the world, I'm doing this. It's really easy to fall flat. Now I'm scared because I've shouted at the world that I'm doing lesson 3, 4, and 5 videos, but those I'm like taking the steps to really ensure that those happen to the best of my ability. Um, but like that's why I kind of move in silence with a lot of my art nowadays, because like I only really send doodles nowadays. Like I like keeping the stuff I work on because there's also no pressure to like have a standard of finishing it, which is really nice. We talked about this last term of getting like super excited. It's so easy to get excited about the things we draw and make. I just don't want to like let that excitement blind me towards the reality. Like rose tinted glasses of the hard work that something may require. Like I feel like if I went out and shouted to the world, I'm gonna be the best artist I can be, or like no, I'm gonna release a manga in 7 years. Uh, it's cool, but like that pressure sucks. Accountability is great. The pressure like that isn't. I don't like that. So yeah, that's to summarize. I think all my thoughts right there is I like accountability. I don't like pressure. Deadlines, yuck. Yeah. And I think that's personified through my lesson 3, 4, and 5 videos is I don't have a deadline for them and I'm not going to give them a deadline, but I am going to dedicate an hour a day, right? Or 30 minutes, like a critique a day, basically. Do you guys get that YouTube verification? Nope, I don't. I guess YouTube thinks I'm an aged individual. I swear to God, if I get it for the Kavel account, where I've talked on multiple occasions about me being 20, which I guess isn't technically. I'm in college and I like whatever, right? I'd be a bit upset, but if I get that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna use like the Gmod method. People have been using Gary's mod, the video game, and the face rigging tool to like pass the age verification. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or if it's on other platforms, but I have heard of that through the grapevine. Where does the term through the grapevine or down the grapevine come from? Because I know the song. Was it the Spinners who made that song? Who made the grapevine song? Marvin Gaye. I heard it. Yep. Shout out. I want to draw Kumatetsu. I saw some Kumatetsu art a while ago when I first watched the movie that I'm forgetting the name of, but I somehow remember Bakamono no Ko or whatever. Yeah, I just like his hair. I really like his hair. Or fur, I guess I should say. But it was such good art that I thought it was actually from like the anime. Like they captured the style amazingly. But yeah, I really like how they did his hair. Fur. Same thing with what's the kid's name? It means like 9 or right or something. He has really good hair. It's not Ni Ichi Ni-san. Why did the anime or the movie have to end that way, dude? Whatever, I don't care. It's not like I care or anything. I need a new anime movie to watch. One to that caliber. Actually, I don't think Bakemono no Ko is like the best Japanese movie, animated movie I've ever watched. Or like extremely high up there. Amazing animation, but like story wise, I'm not gonna say it's not unique, but it just feels like classical hero's journey. I've already watched JJK Zero, but that is very good. What's something you're craving as? I mean, okay, I just said like basic, uh, hero's journey, but I'm always a sucker for a hero's journey. God of War, like not the Ragnarok, but the one before that, God of War 5 or 6 or whatever is technically. I loved, and I think it's like a wonderful example of hero's journey. Welcome, Jerry Draws. Welcome. I don't recognize your name, so I'm either being forgetful or this is the first time you've stopped by in the stream, so welcome. But yeah, craving in a story here, definitely hero's journey. But more so a sense of adventure, like almost a heartless. Do you want to cry? Yes. Cat, you know how much Jerry Draws has probably experienced that joke in their lives. I feel so sorry for them. Ko no Katachi if you want to cry. Ko no Katachi. I will Google. No. I cried on the plane. It was messy. Ooh. I'm moving the mic over here. I'm Jerry. Welcome. Oh, shoot. That reminds me. I need to. Ooh, really good colors here. A silent voice. Lupin the Third. Is that the 3D movie? Because if so, I've already seen it and I love it to death. Yes, Lupin the Third. Wait, no, I watched Lupin the Third the first. I've not watched it, so I'm gonna do that. Hayao Miyazaki. It's Hayao Miyazaki. What? Older one. I'm going to watch that. Yeah, it says it right here on the title card. We have a mouse, a bear, a monkey, a cat, and a serpent. There you go. And a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. My classmate made me watch The Silent Voice. What'd you think of it? And I'm gonna watch the Lupin the Third. what the Sigma is going on. I feel like I need to ban the word Sigma. Well, he added a space between it. So probably would have avoided the YouTube censor if I did censor Sigma. On this stream, we are drawing cylinders. We're part of something called the Drawbox program. This sounds like a cult. Basically, it's a free online art learning program, and free as in like completely free. You can access everything without like an email or even paying anything. And if you want to get your stuff graded by the community, you can do that for free by signing up for free. All you need is an email and a password. And if you do want like an official critique, which is not necessary, and you can still complete all of Drawbox without it, you can do their Patreon, where you can get credits, and it's relatively cheap. Like you could probably complete all of Drawbox for less than $50, maybe around that. Your champagne water? Do you mean like sparkling water? They just got here. It was good to hear. Now that Lupin was brought up though, not that I'm avoiding that movie, of course, but I am a huge fan of the one Lupin movie that I've seen, and just the whole Lupin aesthetic / art style that I've seen. So I may just have to watch that tonight, which I will. What are we even doing, guys? Cylinders. Oh yeah, sorry. So through all that, part of Drawbox is drawing cylinders. We have to draw 250 of them as part of a challenge. They not need to go hard on the 3D movie. Yeah, Lupin the First, the Third, the First. Man, that one was, I mean, it was so absurd. I loved the soundtrack especially. Really noteworthy soundtrack. The stupid freaking hat scene that I've seen like posted 100 times on YouTube because it's so good. Where he tosses his hat through like the chamber. I feel like Lupin the Third, the First is also underrated, just because I feel like it's so rarely talked about when I hear feats of animation. Why are you so mad? Am I using a Micron Pigma? Pigma. So I am not using that brand. I'm using Drawbox's brand. You can buy pens from them for like cheap, kind of in bulk. I think it's like a pack of them for $16, and you get how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a little over $1 each. Yeah. No. Yes. 1.6 $1.06 per one. But I also do have somewhere the Pigma Microns, which are good, just I feel like are a little bit pricey. Oh, this is the brush pen actually. They're a little bit pricey for what I like to use. Because like since we're doing homework effectively, right? We're studying. I don't want to use my nice fine liners for that, so I just use these cheap Drawbox ones. They last a pretty long time and they draw quite well. $60? No, sorry, 16. My bad. Yeah, definitely not 60. Yeah, I probably did. But yeah, sorry, I meant 16. Let me double check the website so I'm not conflating the price. Yeah, one pack is $17.50. Sorry, $17.50. Free shipping in the continental United States. And you can buy a two pack, which is 20 pins for $35. So shout out Drawbox. So you're buying each pen for like $1.75. And compare that to a Micron or a Statler, you're probably a little bit cheaper. You're very good at drawing. Thank you. We've been drawing a lot of cylinders. Will we ever draw a perfect cylinder? I'm not sure, but we can we can try our best to get very close. Kavel and his love of cylinders. It's a forced love right now, right? Oh, bye. Okay. Have a good one. Gotcha. Thank you for stopping by. One day we'll be free of cylinders and I'll pray to never have to draw one again, but I have a good feeling we'll be drawing many a cylinder. But hey, now I'm armed with the tools, the means to draw some pretty good stuff. Also, I have a story time from today. I've had multiple story times. Today, my sister and I wanted Panera because she was like finally moved in. Blah 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 blah. Also, cool. So we order off her phone and it says, right as we click order for pickup, it says, bad. Yet it still charges her credit card. And we're like, ugh, whatever. Okay, we'll have to contest the charge and call the bank or whatever. And so we were just like, we'll drive there and order, right? And she was like, oh wait, you can order off your phone. So I do. Keep in mind, she looked in her history for the order and it wasn't there, so she never ordered it. We get there, and guess what? Her order was made, and we're like, shoot, we just spent like a lot of money on 2 duplicate orders from Panera. So we eat one and we plan on like, I guess if they make it, we gotta, like, I got an email saying it's already being made. So I was like, whatever, we'll just eat it tomorrow as well. We'll save it. And then like we wait for it to come out. And I asked them like, hey, do you have an order for Kavel? Kavel Q, right? And they're like, yeah, here, let me check. And then they told me they didn't make it because they thought it was a duplicate. I was like, oh shoot, yeah, could you like refund that? And then I have to wait awkwardly in everyone's way for like 30 minutes for them to refund my Panera. So it turned out to be, at some point I was like, is the 30 minutes I'm spending waiting here worth the money that I'm getting refunded? And yes, by the way, it was. But and they were super kind too. So shout out them. They're having a bit of a rush, and yet they still were very kind to me and getting it refunded. But I always feel that it's treading the line. I don't want to be like an annoying college kid who's like, "Yo, give me my money back." Like, I don't want to be mean. Shout out hospitality service workers, anyone who has to deal with people. Wobbly. Oops. Is a Castle of Cagliostro like do I have to watch any other Lupin movies before it to know it? Also, with me in movies, I usually don't have the patience or time to watch an entire movie in one day, so I'm probably only going to be watching like half of it or like 30 minutes of it tonight and just like chewing on that throughout the week. Like I remember Perfect Days took me like I think 3 or 4 days to watch, which I loved Perfect Days, but like nope. Cool. I want a Nintendo DS. Go buy a Nintendo DS for a billion. How much are those going for nowadays? Let's see. Ooh, 130. This pink ugly one's going for the like aged pink, $50. This one's 125, 50, 125, 50, 80. The older ones at the same time are basically all the same premise with different detail sprinkles. True, true. 50, dude. I'll stick with my iPhone, thanks. This stream is sponsored by iPhone, Apple, whatever it is. It's not, but I wanted an Android for a while. This is a first world problem. I was planning on switching to an Android. Cheaper, more maintainable, whatever. But leaving the Apple ecosystem amongst all of my friends who literally like I can't name a single friend right now who has the green text message. I would be disrupting my world. Thankfully, my service provider has a very good trade-in plan. Android is much better for certain things. Then again, I haven't used Android's ecosystem of things, but like it's extremely convenient. I can and they give you so much freedom. I've heard historically that Android has had better cameras. Actually, here's the thing. I don't know where I heard this from, but and check me if this is true or not. But I've heard that like Android makes a bunch of features and good choices, or like they just experiment, and then Apple waits like a year or two after they do it, and then they implement it in their own devices because it's already been like experienced and tested upon with Androids. I'm not sure if that's entirely true, but that's what I'd imagine. Because I like Android for its versatility and, like Kat said, freedom. But that's the thing is like, what do I need to be free with, right, on my phone? I use YouTube in browser on my phone because I don't have the YouTube app, and like I swear I don't get ads. I can't like it's very rare that I get an ad on my phone. I rarely even use the features on my own. Yeah, like I use Siri. I use the thing that lets me like hold, and it'll detect the animal on it, the camera, of course. Um, some of the texting features, but those aren't unique. I'd say Android has features way better than Apple. We've had those features used before. That's what I said. Yeah, then again, I'd say Apple is still probably the dominant force upon people choosing it because they've won the culture war. You know, your battery falling out of your phone is seen as like a thing to be embarrassed about. Yeah, I've heard amazing things about iPad, and it sucks because I am like a Windows Linux person, and so I don't want three ecosystems fighting. Even though I really only use Linux and like VMs and servers and stuff. Yeah, man. And like I saw a debate in the Dropbox server. One of the Procreate devs or something like alluded to the fact that it could move to an app, but like that was years ago, and there's never been any other statements on that. That is actually the debate right now: is get a drawing tablet or just get iPad. Yeah, it's so rage inducing because I've heard amazing things from it. And obviously, we all know at the end of the day, sure, your tools can like help your workflow and stuff, but it won't necessarily make your art better, right? Um, or at least there's not a huge core. Like it won't bring me a zero to a hero, right? No. But increasing workflow and giving you more options to do things, yeah. Maybe they're yeah, I'd bet it's a contract with Apple because like having a Apple OS native drawing program that's seen as like state of the art. Yeah. That's why like a CSP, you know, you get that perpetual license, you can install it on a lot of stuff. It seems durable and reliable, and that's why I'm so intrigued by CSP. But if I'm going to, I already have that tablet that I've yet to use because I want to focus on Drawbox and traditional more. Um, sure, yeah, draw with what makes you comfortable with. But in terms of exploring a new medium, it is debate. Like if I want to get a screenless tablet, then obviously I'm going to go with CSP. But if I want a screen tablet, Procreate is definitely up there. Getting a larger iPad and Procreate. Just then I don't have my keyboard controls, which I would like. CSP I'd use if I had a good PC. It's a kind of a luxury drawing on your bed. True. But will you be doing professional art on your bed, right? It's always a. Why was I measuring that? I didn't need to measure that. I mean, like what you said earlier, just do what you like. I think if I ever go digital, I'll be a true digital artist. Like the way I've seen Soko sketch is sometimes they, or from what I've seen, they've at once, they just do like, you know, quick gestural physical sketch, and then they move that into a digital, the picture, and because then you can mess with the proportions. Because like all the time I'll put the neck too high, especially if it's like gestural, you know. Um, Prone to those anatomical mistakes or mistakes that'll cost you later down the line. So I feel like it's kind of the best of both worlds because you get that like freedom and extremely fast workflow of a quick sketch and traditional, and then you get the leniency of being able to move things around digitally. Like my biggest gripe with traditional is just realizing something's placed wrong, and I'm like still in the sketch layer, right? Like I can totally correct it. It's just oh, you know, it's so ugh draining. That's usually when I realize, hey, I should probably take a break. Speaking of, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Cool, cool. Especially when you have two body parts, like that little gravel doodle. I mean, it was just a doodle, and so it's not gonna be good at all. But like, I drew the hand first with the beak, and then you know, went up the arm to the head. And I think, and the thing I learned from even that small doodle is if I have two things that are eventually going to be connected, I need to experiment with this, but draw the two things that need to be connected and then connect them. Don't draw the thing, the connector, and then the thing, if that makes sense. Kind of like a meet in the middle approach. Yo, what's up, Rise? Long time no see. How's it going? Rise sighting. My brain is trying to use this as the minor axis. I need to fight it. Was that one quote that was like fight against the dying light, rage, rage, or whatever? I love that quote so much. I'm on my 2 month sub anniversary already. Apparently, whoa, huge. Thank you for choosing to support the charity. The charity, the stream. I was about to say though that I think with our first $50 payout, we're just gonna do a food scarcity donation instead of giving people subs. Sorry, this is the choice I've made. Yeek, wobbly right there. I think that was Yeah, I should have moved the minor axis more right here, but we got close. Just tricked by the evil diagonal lines. If we didn't have to draw those, I would be the best cylinder drawer ever. But no, we're not there. I explained to my sister in the car the la la that thing, and she laughed. It was a hard sell at first, though. She had no idea what I was talking about. La 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 la. Someone did a voice acting mod for Stardew Valley. I need to look more into this. La la. I love it so much. Notes. If you guys keep putting that in chat, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Like it's so addicting. A voice acting mod. So like, did they add a new character and did new voice act, or does like Stardew Valley not already have voice acting? Sorry, I don't know much about the game. I apologize. La la. They voice acted all the characters for Fall, I believe. It has no voice actor. Wow, that's really big. Shout out to them for going above and beyond. Fall this season. I thought you were just like, you know, the Lich King from Adventure Time. Fall. Or is it just a Lich? I think I was like saying something from Risk of Rain right there. The Lich King. Oh, Woodfall. The first one is Vampire Sebastian. Blah, blah, blah. La la. Sorry. I was gonna, whenever I think Bear sent the seal video, that I can't do the little like fart noise that it makes, but yeah. That was not it. I need to watch the video again. I feel like I could do a pretty good. I could get close. Not a good one, but there is that one video. Sorry to bring it up, but like, Germa's. I love that seal too. It's the seal that sounds like Germa. For those who don't know, I'll put it in the YouTube chat later. Actually, no, I don't think Germa sounds like the seal. I think the seal, or no, the seal sounds like Germa. Yeah, whatever. You get it. Hey, get out of here. Hey, get out of here. No, he does like the tuber voice. Get out of here. Yeah, whatever. I can't do it. I'll leave that. I watched the other day a voice acting reel for Vinny. It wasn't made by Vinny. It was all the things that Vinny Vinesauce has voice acted for. Get this dude into like a show. Like he is actually a wonderful, like lots of range. Like, there's that one nerd thing. Like, I don't know what the character was, but it was like a nerdy character. He did a great voice for that. That's one of the reasons why I watched him a ton for his voice impressions. He is goated, especially his Weed Whacker impression. Weirdly enough, his Luigi impression, I don't know why, but it just wasn't like it was just Vinny to me. Diaper chief Colonel. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying it, but yeah. That was my homage to Diaper Chief, but I am not at all saying what he said. Forbidden bit. That's a forbidden spell. You know, we don't have spells in the real world, but if we did, that would be like the censored one, like a book bound by chains in the back of the library. Cool. So we'll end the stream before I start doing Diaper Chief impressions. Oh shoot, I'm sorry to hear. Should do some stretches. Cylinder, we drew one. And we have a lot more to go, but tomorrow we're gonna be doing some 50% Friday. I'm not sure, YouTuber voice, I'm not sure, guys, if we're going to be spinning the wheel. Sorry, okay. I'm not sure if we're gonna be spinning the wheel, but we'll see. We're gonna have some fun. Draw for play, right? So thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you very much, Cat, Jims, Bear. We had our YouTube friends, which was I am not looking. I'm gonna remember them off the top of my head. Jerry Draws and Mountain Dew, and Jims, who stopped by on YouTube too. If I'm forgetting any, and of course Rise, yes, by Diaper Chief. But yeah, so if I miss anyone, I apologize. And thank you for watching. Anyone who didn't use chat or just watching the future. Yeah, so once again, thank you all, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. La la.